Hello, this is Smileflips and welcome to Super Mario Odyssey. This is the first series that we're officially launching on this channel, along with Let's Build a Theme Park. In this series, it will be more about playing the game, having a talk, as well as 100% completing it. Whereas the other series, the Let's Build a Theme Park one, will be more about me designing different rides, attractions, stuff like that. In the skies above Peach's castle. There's Bowser. This is the end for you. Looks like Mario's been thrown off. There's Peach. I have played this game multiple times. And I've completed about 100% completed it about 3 times. However, I'm not going to just go through everything in this episode. I'm mainly just going to play through it and try to experience as much as we can. Episodes are going to probably be about half an hour for this and then 15 minutes for the theme park one, I think. There's Cappy. We need to follow Cappy. Before I do that, I'm just going to have a walk around just to see if there's any coins or anything. If you don't know, in this game, coins are the main are useful for once. Here he is. Sorry for running away like that. You startled me, and I do startle it easily. I saw what happened earlier. You've been through quite the ringer. You've landed in the Cat Kingdom. We've been under attack by the same monster that gave you such a trouncing. And to make matters worse, the fiend has kidnapped my little sister. Bowser's kidnapped that crown thing. I'd hoped to give chase to that monster in a ship of my own. Unfortunately, all of our airships were wrecked in the attack. Although now that I think of it, I'm fairly certain there's a functioning ship in the next kingdom over. I could get us there if only I could reach the top of Top Hat Tower, which is being guarded by the Bowser monster's henchmen. You know, it seems we're after the same thing. Perhaps we should team up. Let's see if we can help those two.
Oh, come on.
There we go. Yay! We've unlocked the hat. So in today's episode, I think it's going to be mainly this kingdom and Cascade Kingdom. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be talking about like stuff, whether it's not all going to be me talking about me being non-binary and stuff, but today's topic is kind of like an introduction one. So I go by Smileflips, my friends and that. It's not my real name, but if I could change my name and have that as like my name, I probably would. So we're playing Mario Odyssey on the Switch. What does this hat guy want to say? No, we're not going to look at the action guide, because anyway, once you unlock the airship, you're forced to read it anyway. So I'm non-binary. At the time of making this video, I have been officially non-binary for about 4.5 years, 5 years. Which therefore it is definitely not a phase. So I don't want anyone saying that to me in the comments. Also, am I religious? The answer to that is actually no, I'm not religious, because though some places allow for non-binary and trans people, as well as like pretty much anyone who's LGBT to be part of that religion, as a non-binary person though, not many places are accepting to non-binary representation, which is not just churches. Like, I've been multiple places where I've been told basically non-binary doesn't exist and stuff. Also, because I live in the UK, we do have non-binary people like me in the UK have to deal with the government. Earlier in the year, in 2021, the year that this is being filmed, so in the future, non-binary might be legally recognised in the UK, however, at the moment, non-binary is not legally recognised, even though, this is the most hypocritical part of it, that many policies say that non-binary gender identities are valid. However, if they are valid, why make it hard for people to identify as non-binary with like legal documents and stuff? Because the thing is, with legal documents and that, is I'd rather change my title from my birth title to MX, which is a gender neutral term for the prefix of your name. So we've just captured the frog, and now it continues on. So in he goes. Imagine having to go through all that. Saying that, some of this game is ripping off the Disney film Meet the Robinsons. If you watch that film, you'll understand what I mean, like the whole situation with the hat. I'm not going to tell you what happened in the film, just because I'd recommend watching it, because it's one of the better Disney films. It's not perfect or anything, but I was going to do a series on Sonic Colors Ultimate, but because of how many graphical glitches that game has got, such as like the seizure glitch, I have decided that best to delay that series until the game is working a lot better, instead of just getting it out just to get views in. Because it's one of those games where what would I rather do? Make a series that can make someone very nauseous and stuff, or would I rather make a series on an old game? So yeah. So my pronouns are they, them, there, which in fact is my preferred pronouns because I don't see myself as male or female, so yeah. So you may be wondering about like stuff such as gender roles and stuff. How can you live without gender roles? So stuff such as like males are supposed to enjoy like guys are supposed to enjoy like football and stuff, whereas girls are supposed to enjoy like makeup and stuff. Does this mean that I can't enjoy either of them? No. However, being non-binary means you're not supposed to fit into these roles. Here we got the rabbits. I remember these. The boss warned us there'd be a fellow with a moustache coming along. Guess we ought to introduce ourselves. We are the wedding planners for the happy couple. They call us the Breedles. We got that treasure we needed, so we ain't got no more business in these parts. Of course, roughing up Goody Two-Shoes meddlers was in the contract, so I guess we still got a little work to do. I don't know if I'm going to keep the voices up for these characters or not. This one's the easiest one. What you want to do is you just want to bonk him on the head. There we go, we defeated them. Once we get past all the like intro cutscenes into the first level, that's when I'll properly talk about being non-binary. But pronouns are just a way to show respect to other people. And they're basically like, if you're talking to your friends and you introduce one of your other friends to them, you're not going to use, for example, I hope he enjoys chocolate for someone who is female, or the other way around. If you don't know what gender the person is, you shouldn't be assigning pronouns. I think until you've been given a certain pronoun, you shouldn't be, until you've decided your pronouns, I don't think people should force a certain one onto you. So, our first commune. Let's see if we can find the old airship. But first, we're going to explore all around here for stuff like the purple coins. There's purple coins all over the place on these. And there's moons everywhere as well. Some moons don't get unlocked until you've like beat the boss of the area. Some moons don't even get unlocked until you've finished the game. I'm not going to spoil all of that. In this episode, we are mainly going to be stopping in this kingdom. In the next episode, I'm probably going to do another episode in this kingdom. And I think what we're going to try to do in each episode is not one boss, but complete like so many like coins and that. So I'm hoping to get about 50 of the purple coins in each episode minimum. But if I get more, I get more. It doesn't really matter how many you get as long as no matter how many I get as long as I get all the moons back. All the moons and all the coins by the end of the series. As well, I've got a the 3 wedding set amiibos that were released along with the game. I've got a Luigi one and I've got Flex Mario as well. I've got some other amiibos, but they're not suitable for this game. Mainly because I don't need to. No, I'm not going to fuel up the airship, but if you look in here, you've got more purples, and there should be more purples. You hear beeping in the background, that is just heat on where I live. So let's continue on with the adventure. We're not going to do this, but Cappy's basically saying this is what we're flying around in this game, and put the hat on the globe. I'm not going to do that today because I just want to continue the story. Well, more purple coins. By the way, before we go and complete the whole game, what we'll be doing is the later episodes other than the dots at the moon, which is one of the Legend worlds. We're going to try to keep it one kingdom per episode and try not to go between different kingdoms, unless of course it's like moons where you have to travel from one kingdom to another. But those moons will mainly just be, not every time, but some of the times we get those moons we want. What we're going to do is skip the kingdom. I'm going to capture the T-Rex now as well. So I don't really need to use it. I just want to make sure that we're not missing any of the collectibles that we need. So with this game, the kingdoms change as you go along, where you can only collect certain moons in each iteration, except for the final version where it's fully gets. We've got a circle here, so if we do that, spin the hat. In some missions, what I'll have to do is I'll have to connect the game with the controller. But in those episodes, it's mainly going to be the 100% completion of the kingdom ones, not all of them. Except for when we get to a certain kingdom which has got a challenge, which I'm going to try and need first. So just that when we get towards the completion ones, I'm not spending the whole video and then finish it. I'd rather put it at the beginning of the episode so I can skip most of it. filming. And if you don't already know that one's one video. Now we've gone 2D, this game was this. However, as for being non-binary, you may be wondering, how did I find out that I was non-binary? The answer is, my whole life, when I was growing up, I never found the gender activities for my assigned gender of birth to fit me. But then I also didn't find most of the activities for the other gender to be my kind of activity either. So I was that one person in school who just expressed myself as myself and ignored like the gender rules and stuff. So I just let myself be who I wanted to be rather than being told what to do. So yeah, that's how I found out myself. However, you may be wondering, what makes non-binary? What's the positives about being non-binary? You can be whoever you want. Whereas when you have like a gender, when you have a gender basically given to you, what that means is that you're supposed to follow the gender expectations, whereas non-binary people don't have to.
Well, that's one ugly rabbit.
And she wants to feed us to the chainsaw. As I've already done all the audio before, even on the previous Mario Odyssey series, I don't think it's worth reading it again. Just because by now you probably know the story anyway, and it's not like the cutscenes are voiced. The cutscenes are voiced, I would have. But because the cutscenes aren't voiced, I don't change that. There we go. Hit her in the face. That must have really hurt her because it's knocked her over. By the way, when filming these episodes, they will be filmed in bulk. They won't. So if you see like dates, different time to when it is. That's because what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up filming this over like 2 or 3 weeks. As for if I do run out of episodes or I don't have any plans to release anything, what will probably end up happening then is just me just being like putting like random stuff out. Because not every single week is going to have like Mario Odyssey and stuff. As I've only got certain times when I record and when I'm busy with uni work, pretty much I'm not going to be focusing on making videos. So if that's the case and the channel does go quiet for a few weeks, it's probably just doing things off work and stuff. So. When I finish uni, if you want me to do a university review, I might do that. But that's not what we're doing the channel for, we're not reviewing stuff. like, I'll review the game and then finish completing it. Because I believe that you need to fully complete the game before you review it. Experience most of the features, if not all. Some games where you literally can't do that won't be reviewed, but most of the games I will review in the final episode, just because, yeah. I believe that the majority of work can be criticised, especially games and film. One of the outfits in this game I think's really good, and it basically one costume that shows support for the LGBT community, which also is important for numerous reasons, but the main reason is because, well, you need non-binary representation in media, because if you don't, then you've got a whole bunch of people who can't connect to anyone in the series. The difference between like video games and stuff is you can make up your own stories with it, and there's no like general narrative other than this is what you've got to do it however you want. Of course, within reason, like, it would be fun if all games had basically the same functionality, except for, say, some features in games which are very violent in the kids' game and stuff. Well, not a kids' game, but a game that is targeted for everyone. Yeah, I think people always do that. So yeah, about being non-binary as well, one of the other good things about being non-binary is that you don't have to listen to what people think you should have your gender as. You can just be like, oh, I want, oh, this is how I feel. I feel this certain way, and this is okay. That's what the mentality should be, not people trying to take the myth out of it. Plus, as well, when you're in a country where there's a government who aren't very good with the LGBT community, then there's a problem. Problem, because the government is supposed to be there to create laws, to create a safe space for all people, rather than just being like, if you can serve a pasty with a certain you can serve a pasty with a side salad, you can remain open during a lockdown, but if you don't, you need to be shut. That was a real thing that happened during COVID, of all things. Like, I'm not going to make an episode based around that unless I play Mario Sunshine. Like, Mario Sunshine was one of the games that I was considering playing on the series today, but I chose to do Odyssey instead. Well, that's going to be the end of the episode, and I think that you've learnt a little bit about me. And then in the next episode, we'll be continuing off exactly where we finished today. And we'll continue explore this kingdom a bit more, do some of the bonus areas. Once we've done all that, well, we're going to go back to the first world, because once I get these coins I'll show you. So, if you look here, we've still got purple coins to get, and we've still got some here as well. So I know I haven't got my 50 purple coins in this episode, but I'm going to sort that in the next one by getting 2 worlds worth of purple coins. So thanks for watching this video, and bye!